person to do this, especially on, sorry about my camera, it's a bit glitchy, but I guess you would call it the Pulsechain community, right? And especially currently the price of Pulsechain, Pulsex, INC, maybe HEX on Pulsechain if you're following that, HEX on Ethereum, even if you want to look at the hexes on the other networks, which now are basically ghost chains. I want to present to the world, crypto space especially, if anyone's paying attention out there, not that you know who the Hexkins are, what they stand for, what they represent, but what I believe the Hexkins stand for and represent is not an exchange that suffers exploit. Now, I don't know the full details of what is taking place. I've not looked on chain. I've been extremely lazy. I am merely hearing hearsay from Twitter crypto, which is not the best. It's not always the best place to try and figure out what is going on. Mind you, back in the BitConnect days, and back in a lot of Tumblr days, and back in a lot of other times where I was, what's the word? People took my money, people took my crypto, I was not so happy, right? Now, those memories, those feelings, they all come flooding back when things like this take place. Not so much when the price of something like HEX is down, not so much when the sacrifice took place and the price of Pulsechain is down, not so much because the price of Pulsex is down or the price of INC is down, not so much because there's a platform of HEX, real DeFi, as everyone's been well versed in, being able to repeat a particular narrative. That is what is taking place here. Now, for the longest time, I have watched this all unfold, and that's all we can do, because you can plant a seed. Now, I hope this is actually streaming out. We'll put this out on X and see if people are paying attention, because if not, that is too bad. It is unfortunate that they are going to miss this. I'll try and keep this brief. Basically, from my understanding, it is that, we are seeing a exchange, a decentralized exchange for that matter, on the Pulsechain ecosphere, and it appears that it says here, I haven't been able to verify, but reportedly, I guess you could say reportedly, on Twitter, that 9mm staking pool was exploited. Now, this was several hours ago now, and everyone staked 9mm tokens has been stolen, and it explains that a wallet has sold off X amount percent in the supply, making the price drop. Now, at this point, I've been told not to be too harsh, because if you've lost money, you might feel a bit sensitive. Because I remember the day when I was going to work, and I learned that BitConnect comes to mind. The platform was taken down, and I basically lost all this money. And then, it takes a while to kick in, and I'm working on what just happened. This is going to be the aftermath. I remember there was even a brief rally. People thought it was coming back, and they were purchasing these tokens. I remember it going back up again. Everyone's like, oh, it's coming back, it's coming back. Now, I really hate to do this, but I have to point out to the crypto space that this is now taking place on, what are they, products, a decentralized exchange, a function of a decentralized exchange on Pulsechain. So now we have a situation where if, you were actively talking about these sort of tokens unknowingly, right, unintentionally, you weren't providing financial advice, you're just talking about stuff that you like, right? Now, the stuff that I like, as what I believe is true, is HEX, Pulsechain, Pulsex, and Pulsechain. But, of course, Pulsechain being a fork of Ethereum, people are able to deploy, build on the chain as they wish. Now we did hear, I've heard many times that there's going to be so many scams on Pulsechain. I did hear also that some people might never venture far outside of their tokens such as HEX, Pulsechain, PulseX, and INC. Now it is quite concerning to repeat myself. I'm sorry, everyone who was affected by this. But I'm saying sorry because I don't want to hurt your feelings. I'm not saying sorry because I've done anything wrong. There's no admission of anything here. I'm saying that to be gentle, to be soft, to be courteous. Because this has to be pointed out to the crypto space. You can't pretend like this hasn't happened. Now that it has happened, it's very, I feel disappointing. I feel frustrated. And this is the part I don't want to have to do. So the next point, right? You have this here. So people who are looking into this or looking at this going, what happened? What did I miss? How did I get involved in this? You would have a look over here. So you would look at what is 9mm exchange or Pulsechain, and you would pull up individuals who covered this topic, right? Now, I'm not saying don't ever talk about crypto because this might happen now. So check the audio. Bear with me, people. Anyone in here? Probably not. Because like I said, this content is not happy lala content. This is actual, real shit that's going on. And I'm not sure why people would not want to talk about it because I find it concerning that something on Pulsechain has been exploited. Now, we then look here. Are people then going to start deleting their channels? Are people then start going to go into panic mode and deleting their posts on X or whatever it is, telling everyone how wonderful this platform was? Now, again, I have nothing against any of these people. I don't know any of these people personally. I don't know anyone. I'm like some lone wolf out here trying to survive, basically, is what's taking place. It's me, myself, and I. I was going to do a review on but I was going to do a review on a 12 gauge, or I was going to do a review on, funnily enough, a 9mm exchange. Now, I decided to do this review. Not easily. It wasn't an easy choice, I tell you, because it's easy to just ignore this and pretend like it doesn't happen. But it does. It has. It's really unfortunate for this space because now what? What does that mean for other platforms? Do you have more faith in this space or less faith? Why should anyone now trust, accept the risks now that are apparent across some exchanges? Was this not audited or something? I can't remember. But it appears that here, you go through basically what happened. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting this all wrong. So if I am, I will apologize for being wrong. But from what I'm seeing, it's not looking good. So I thought I'll cover it, point it out. If you happen to catch this, good luck. If you want to ignore this, put your head in the sand, then it's unfortunate. Now, again, this is not what crypto was meant for. If, God forbid, if HEX staking ever had a rug pull of some sort, or PulseX had some issue, exploit, and people lost all their tokens, or the value went to almost instantly went down 99% as opposed to over a long period of time due to an exploit, that would be breaking news, would it not? Now, so you look at what is 9mm, and it's a hard spot because you want to be able to build. You want to be able to build on this wonderful racing track. You want to deploy your cars, but if you forget, to put some oil in the engine and it blows up, whose fault is that? It's definitely not the racetrack's fault. If you, the person who's supposed to look after your car, your mechanic, break shit or fail to check if there's oil in the goddamn engine. Now, you have individuals like this. I don't know them personally. Like I said, they look familiar in the Pulsechain sphere, and you see, the most. Let's have a look at the headlines now. Advanced LP on Pulsechain. 9mm tutorials, comprehensive guide to. Actually, that's not. That's different. Comprehensive guide to 9mm. You know what is 9mm, and it goes on and on and on. Now, there's a space here. It's probably worth checking out. 9mm failed. State tokens were liquidated. Now this is not good, people. What does it make Pulsechain look like? It makes Pulsechain look like an environment whereby there is a few trusted, I would say vetted, audited dexes, and now it brings into question everything under the sun that is not, I would say, personally, I could be wrong here, because obviously I'm a HEX maxi, Pulsechain maxi, Pulsex maxi, INC maxi. I don't know. I haven't been following the NFTs. I haven't been following all the other wonderful coins that people have been creating out there. You might have seen me make a video about just the other day, pointing this sort of stuff out. I won't go into obviously other sacrifices that took place, and their movements, and what it looks like happened on chain there, because I never would have thought there would have been purchases from alleged SAC address back into its own ecosphere like years later. Who would have thought, right, that could happen? But we see other platforms, and maybe they had some funds sitting aside, and I'm not seeing the same beneficial, not that they have to, because there was no promises given, but things that work, Pulsechain, Pulsex, INC, and HEX, and the sacrifices that were people gave money to. But then again, there was movies that were people, you can do what you want with your money, that's fine, right? But if you don't talk about something, people aren't going to find it, right? So when you talk about things, say you lost a lot of money in this 9mm, right? Decentralized exchange. I don't know how much was lost, or if it was much at all, or it was okay, or whatever's happening. Well, there's going to be a huge recovery, and people are going to talk about actively pointing out that maybe it's a low and you should buy back in. To me, that's insane. Absolutely fucking insane, but you know, this is crypto, right? This is the wild, wild west. Hence, maybe the 12 gauge would have been a relevant review to carry on at this point in time. But if we are now in an environment where the price is down, very low on everything, not so much on the other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, Bitcoin, come to mind. HEX is down, Pulsechain is down, Pulsex is down, INC is down. Maybe if you're providing LP, you're doing okay. However, at these low depressed rates, you might find that overall your net position is actually dependent upon the increase of the LP INC tokens that you're getting. Because say you had $1,000 and now it's worth $800, you might have got $90 in INC tokens, and the price keeps dipping. And so in essence, you could have been better off just holding $1,000 of stables, which sounds silly, right? And then turning it into something like Sky, whatever it is now, USDS, whatever the DAI, the upgrade is to that. Anyway, but yeah, that's all I'm pointing out, and it's disappointing. It's a shame that this has to be like, you want people to build, right? You want people to build on Pulsechain, which is fine, and then you want people to. Well, I think you want people to be abundant. When the cup is full, the cup overfloweth, etc. You know, that sort of stuff. But when people come out, not to do with this what took place, but in general in the cryptocurrency space, when people come out and they copy, they emulate, they act like double agents, they constantly stalk you, they act like what you are, they pretend to be, and then they try and say that this is a new wonderful exchange. And and then it gets exploited. And then the thing that infuriates me is people who maybe were in this particular community from the beginning. Maybe they made some really good gains, and the cup was overflowing. Then they decided to go down all these different rabbit holes that presented to them. Now, whether or not they should have, I don't know whether or not that was a good decision. Because just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. You have all this money. Quite often you see people win the lotto, for example, millions and millions and millions of dollars. They end up broke or living in some country far, far away because it's cheap. Or they just end up homeless. Maybe that's a bit too extreme, but you've heard many stories where people make vast amounts of wealth and then that flips on them, and they have to realize that unless they were already in a strong position, wealth can help destroy them. So it's unfortunate. But to be more on point with what I'm talking about, it's apparent that people took advantage in a way. I would say not deceived, but influenced how they thought and latched on to a community whose cups were overflowing. People then didn't care, maybe because the cup was overflowing. You don't care if you got $1,000 and you spend $1. You don't care, right? But then the $1,000 turns to $100, and you just gave out thousands. You gave out $100, and now you're thinking, oh, well, that hurt a bit. Looking back at your decisions that you made, maybe you don't. Maybe you still got large amounts of stables or something. You create your own platform to be able to provide abundance for others, which is fine also. But that's okay for you if you are able to do that. It's a very selfish, greedy thing to do. I don't know if people do this individually, but I can imagine it taking place. And if I can imagine it, I'm pretty sure it has been done. Now, I hate to be the person that said, well, why didn't everyone just stick with HEX, watch the price go down, and get their free copy? And then I guess I remember people saying maybe they should have taken profits, and then when it down, they came out and said, we told you to take profits. You didn't actually say that. You sort of mentioned that, and then after the fact pointed out, that was a good move. Always 2020, as the saying goes. Now, I'm kind of bitter because I didn't take profits at the all time high. But I do still watch what goes on in this space. I try to. I've lost track ever since the sacrifice that was non-Pulsechain, Pulsechain, INC. It made no logical sense to me. And I watched the community morph into the thing that we not supposed to be. And now I'm seeing the aftermath of multiple tokens performing bad. I'm seeing the aftermath of multiple tokens created by community members performing bad. Maybe some will say that some are performing good, which is fine for those who were in it. Now, my argument is, had not HEX performed so well, maybe the community wouldn't have been latched onto by people who appeared and decided to tell you about their shiny. One of them, I'm not saying 9mm did this, I'm saying it is when the body gets sick, what is causing the sickness? This is part of the sickness of this fear. The host body is suffering right now, and the amount of viruses within the system, the bacteria, needs to be purged, needs to be cleansed. It's going to take a lot of antibiotics, and the problem with antibiotics is it kills everything, right? Not just the bad, the good as well. And I can't help but think that's what currently is taking place. If you were to relate the price of HEX, Pulsechain, Pulsechain, INC to its health, to a health bar, where is it that we're currently situated? Honestly, where is it that we are currently situated? Now, what the answer is, I don't does not give me much faith to enter new capital into things that are not Pulsechain, PulseX, INC, or HEX itself. This is on top of all the SEC FUD that is going on, whereby people are absolutely petrified, I would imagine, because of the risk. I'm pretty sure the day that the SEC came out and told me they need to protect me from myself from another country, the price of my particular holdings tanked, absolutely tanked. So people who were not maybe as loyal as some, people who did not stake and lock away for as longer periods, people who were trying to, sort of escape this struggle, the 9 to 5 hustle, the bustle, while you waste your life away literally as you age, and then once you, not to be too depressing, but once you realize that you're 50 and you're more than halfway through your life and you're still stuck at this same job, what have you got to look forward to? And you can't go back in time and get these wonder years back, whatever, however old you are, And now, on top of all this, maybe you were lucky enough to see some really good times, some good memories. The feeling, that overwhelming sort of feeling of everything just pumping, everything of winning, right? Maybe you didn't capitalize it. Maybe you got to the, what's the analogy? You almost got to the touchdown line. You didn't quite make it. And there might be some people out there like that. Remember, next year is going to be the price of the turtles, and the shrimps are going to be millionaires and all these things, and the price is going to hit XYZ. And then I see, recently I saw people coming out saying they need help financially. I need help financially. I didn't see fucking money falling from the sky, people. But that's not what I'm here for. This is not what this is about. We're supposed to make an abundance for ourselves, not ask other people for money. You can't make it on your own. What are you doing? I don't know. Maybe I'm just not as loyal as I once was to the whole group of individuals who not latched on, took advantage of a group of people who were doing well. But I can't help but feel. I just can't help but feel that logically something's not right. Something wasn't right. Once we saw the all-time highs, people just taking all this profit off the table. Then what? What was the long-term plan? Now I understand T-shares, right? I understand Pulsechains, cheap fees. I understand vaguely why software is hard. I understand Pulsechain's flawless operation. I understand HEX's flawless operation. I understand PulseX's flawless operation. I understand if you're lucky and you're harvesting, farming for the longest time, maybe you're doing pretty good. And there probably are people out there doing very well. I just don't understand this constant need for money from other people. I don't understand this constant need. I have a new token. Come over here, take your money. You do whatever you want with your money. But by the way, I'm in crypto A, and crypto B is pretty cool. Check out crypto B. It's like, hang on. Why? Why should I? Haven't you seen this before? I thought I've seen this a whole lot of times before. This is the last. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to be those weird guys that just stay with HEX, Pulsechain, PulseX. Kind of a brokey right now, to be honest, in the grand scheme of things. But relative to what I put in, still But maybe I could have done more. But then maybe I could have put it all in line with the staking pool and lost a chunk. And wasn't there another token recently that some character appeared and said, "Donate to this, give me your funds," and then they wrote? I feel like we're just failing 101. Everything we were supposed to know, that the Hexkins taught everyone early on how not to get scammed, how not to give up to fall for shit. I remember the founder of Hex pointing out all these different platforms that all went down in a bad way and literally warned us all. And then because that voice got doled out because it wasn't around anymore, other people decided to emulate, copy that. But then look what happened. It's crazy to me. I'm kind of upset at this point. I'm really disappointed that this has happened, especially on the Pulsechain side. But this is just one But yeah, I hope people didn't have, you know, that wasn't someone's like kids, the money that you put away for your kids' future. Hopefully, it wasn't your future, some money you put away thinking you might have a better future. I hope it wasn't. I hope you didn't need that for medicine. I hope you didn't need that for your rent. I hope you didn't need that for your food that you need to survive on. Because if you did and you lost it, you're not going to be happy at all. I'm telling you, I would not be happy at all. And I'm not sure what it is. I had a look at some other live spaces, and I heard something. Maybe it's a good play to buy back in. Are you insane? I just can't believe what's going on. I don't know what happened. I'm seeing prices down. I'm seeing this now on top of prices down, and it's a damn shame. It is a damn shame. And then think about like the people who put their face out on the internet talking about this stuff, and then there's an exploit. I don't think they were planning on that happening. I don't think they're going to be feeling too good right now. Yeah, they can make a video and say, "Oh, there was an exploit. I fucked up." Doesn't help, does it? I don't think it does. It's a shame. That's why I don't like making these videos. I could have been a lot harsher and been like breaking news. The world, have a look how wrecked things are on Pulsechain, but I'm not going to do that because, like I said, it doesn't make sense to. Because why would I destroy something that I hold? But at this point in time, it is very bad. These things are. Now I'll end it here. I'm not sure anyone's even caught this, but if you know, don't want to listen to these words, I don't know what to say. Right, that was my free speech, and I'm hoping that you weren't affected by this. I'm hoping that somehow you've already made it, and you're not going to be like me. I'm hoping you've already made it, and you don't need to rely on the decentralized exchange and its particular staking mechanism, whatever it was, because if it does fail, if it's not tried and tested, then it's really a shit show. I don't know. Will this help the price of HEX? Will this help the price of Pulsechain, Pulsex? I'm not really sure because at this point in time, people losing money is not exactly going to help the price. People getting rich, maybe they put money back in to take advantage of the yield. Maybe some people are thinking for the future to understand the T-shares. It's like $50 US. One T-shirt for like 10 to 15 years, although a few months ago it was 150. So people that had done that, that locked away, they're down, they're net negative, like $100. So it's not good. Mind you, given the price, how it should play out, based on the T shares are going to get expensive. And whether or not the market realizes that, or when they realize that, then that is when the price will most likely kick in. It's almost as if people forget that Bitcoin was more abundant in the early days when you could mine it with a USB stick. And now it takes the whole fucking nuclear power plant. Unless you're lucky and then solar mine one whole reward, which I think someone did. False life. Thank you for the comment. Um, yeah, I think yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like I said, I don't want to be too harsh on this. I was told not to because it might affect people. So please, if this take care of yourselves. I don't know. Yeah, praise. If you lost money in this, I hope it wasn't much. I hope you didn't, like I said before, I hope this wasn't your rent money. I hope this wasn't your money for your kids' future. I hope this wasn't money if you've got multiple kids, and you're a single mom or dad struggling, and like you have rent coming, mortgage coming, food coming, bills up the wazoo, and then this happens to you because you thought you'd take some money from some other abundant platforms when it was abundant, mind you, and then go around chasing the casino, chasing that dragon. It's an well, I'm telling you. Yeah. So, can you enlighten me, possibly post life, what you think took place by any chance? I mean, that's a bit of a hard ask because it's my particular stream. But all I've been able to gather is hearsay. It's unofficial that the staking pool got exploded. I'm assuming people had large amounts of those tokens locked away. But then it sounds like they're all somewhat worthless now because an exploit took place and they took profits or something, stole everyone's money, and now it's not worth so much as I'm looking to do. Which, as I said, this is a recap. Basically, does not look good on Pulsechain as a whole because now it's like questioning this particular. It brings about individuals who spoke about 9mm. It unfortunately affects their what they're talking about, what they spoke about before. Now it's like they were the same people that openly promoted the thing that got exploited. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why I think it's so hard to talk. Like, I find it so hard to talk about these other platforms and be openly, well, this is the best thing ever because maybe I've got someone, maybe the price goes up, and then it gets exploded. It makes people look real bad, I think, personally, if people go and actually do the research and remember what was said. It just reminds me it brings back memories, like I said, of all the scams I've been through previously, and I just don't like seeing it on Pulsechain. I don't like dislike it a lot. Yeah. What else? Yeah. This is why, and I can't help but think if this was Pulsechain, HEX related, INC, everyone would suddenly be attacking this. But maybe it's fresh now. I'm not sure if it's going to hit any of the crypto sort of type in crypto news, your Google search or AI search, Microsoft Edge search, and things pop up. And sometimes they talk about large exchanges. I'm not sure if Pulsechain is even on the radar because of somewhat echo chamber-ish narrative that Pulsechain holds. People labeling it a bunch of cultists or something like that, or not understanding what the roots are that I think, not following from the beginning, not even understanding XT shares to start off with. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to be all over the media saying decentralized exchange exploded on Pulsechain called 9mm mistaken for whatever happened, and they'll research and look into it. I mean, some coverage, no coverage, what's the word saying? Some media is good media. I don't like it, people. I don't like it. I don't like what's going on. Timing couldn't be worse, especially with the prices of everything being so depressed. Let's have a look at my favorite, Go Pulse. Like I said, I hope this wasn't too harsh. Because, like I said, there are some people that obviously, yeah, as we can see, this overall what took place has not helped the price of Pulsex, INC, HEX at all. If anything, now it just really brings into question a lot of things on Pulsechain. Not so much Pulsex or Pulsechain or HEX or INC, but everything else that wasn't. That's not. But then I know if you want to build it, people have talked about the wonderful platforms, etc. But some people talked about the wonderful platforms, and then this happens. It is concerning. So if you hear about a new fork being released on Pulsechain, how eager, given this event, how eager are you now to invest all your life savings into this when you could just go over to XYZ chain and get a somewhat quote unquote safe yield? I'm not even sure that not the yield was on 9mm. So like I said, I don't like touching this stuff. It scares the crap out of me because bad things happen. Bad things did happen, and now we're left with Pulse Life. Well, thanks for tuning in. Pulse Life. We'll see. Hopefully, other people talk about this and go into depth of what took place. And, making show out of it because from where I'm standing, it's not looking too good. Yeah, that's all I got. I was gonna DCA in, to be honest. I've been holding off because, like I said, I'm gonna avoid another fucking 12 gauge. Because yeah, something my gut just said, just hold off for a bit, just hold off for a bit. And as I've been holding off, the prices just kept dipping, and it keeps going down, which is not good. Now, day 1734 on HEX. Prayers to anyone who was affected by this. I don't know. Free speech is speechless at this point in time because everyone in the ecosphere should know better than this. Everyone in crypto should know better than this. We've experienced the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. Hence the reason why I thought HEX was created or released. The code was released into the wild. The toothpaste cannot be put back in the tube, people. And I really thought we understood this. And then another wave of people came out, another wave of people came out, and we ended up back in the same mess. Back in the same mess that we're in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. Well, maybe not if you're in HEX. But prior to that, we saw infinite websites with addresses that would disappear. The ICO craze, the things that would give you an address, you send it there and it's gone. It's it's frustrating. See how far we've come to end up with the same shit. But yeah, all right. Free speech signing out. I'm not set. Just be careful. Be careful after the fact. Be careful, people. Careful. Salt and sugar look the same. That's probably the best way to end it, right? Just remember, salt and sugar look the same. Be careful who your friends are because salt and sugar look the same. All right, free speech.